It's an ongoing problem in many communities nationwide, a worker shortage paired with a child care crisis. And while there isn't one perfect answer, a nursing home in Watertown is doing what it can to create a solution for them and their employees. On tonight's Eye on Kettleland, Summer Rottershot takes us to Jenkins Living Center to learn about its new program.
While they pride themselves on the excellent care they give, staffing has been a big issue at Jenkins Living Center in Watertown for the past few years.
As the pandemic kind of happened, we saw that we had to reduce census days based upon the overall staffing that we're leaving the industry as a whole, not just at Jenkins, but everywhere in the community.
The consequences of having less staff reaches far beyond the walls of Jenkins.
It affects the community, it affects the surrounding area, because we have people that need service, people that need placement in long-term care, and they're not being able to find it currently.
Staff at Jenkins knew they needed to do something to attract more workers. After taking a look at their employee demographics, Jenkins decided to team up with the Lake Area Technical College childcare program to provide 50% off childcare services for Jenkins full-time employees.
I think a lot of people, it was kind of a sigh of relief.
People like Yolanda Garcia, who recently found out her daycare provider was retiring.
Trying to find someone that you trust and that is reliable and doesn't cost an arm and a leg was a lot, especially because I do have two of my small children that are not in school, so that made it difficult.
Having Jenkins cover half the costs was extremely beneficial to her and her family.
It's going to help a lot financially because they do cover half the cost. Whereas, you have to cover all the costs for your daycare, and that gets to be really expensive.
Giving her peace of mind for her children and her job.
It makes you feel like you're more than just an employee, like they have your back. They're looking out for you, making sure you're able to get here to work.
Larissa Sokolowski's daycare provider was also retiring.
It was probably a week and a half, 2 weeks after my grandma had announced that she was retiring. And we were kind of in a panic for that little bit, trying to figure out what we were going to do. And then this kind of just fell into our laps.
While Jenkins pays for half of her childcare now, Sokolowski is most appreciative that she didn't have to find a new daycare.
The biggest for us was the place to go, to not have to spend all those hours on the phone, calling around, trying to get on a waiting list, talking to friends, figuring out who to call next.
Sokolowski says the new program sends a message that Jenkins values their employees.
To start with that family atmosphere, your coworkers care about you, they care about your family.
Erin Hoffschild also is appreciative of the new Educare program.
On top of, just having that reliable childcare, it's also with getting 50% off, it's a financial benefit.
But for her, the program is the reason she's now able to work there full time.
I actually started here part-time because I couldn't find anything. And once we kind of added this benefit and my application was approved, I was actually able to switch to full-time.
Which has helped out everyone in her family.
Stress relieving for me and for Alex, and just knowing that he'd have, good childcare. On top of finding childcare, you also have to make sure that it's, reliable.
As this new program aids families amidst the childcare crisis, it also helps a business in need of more employees, and in turn, the whole community.
If we can solve our staffing situation, it's going to be able to open the door for what we can do for our servers, for the community, and moving forward.
With Eye on Kettleland, I'm Summer Rottershot.
And to learn more about the Jenkins Educare program and other benefits that they have for their employees, we posted that information under the story on .com.